Hi guys, this is Ideas of Ice and Fire. I kind of wanted to put out this video. It's going to be one of my classic Ideas of Ice and Fire monologues where I don't do any editing or anything. And I really wanted to talk about this because I didn't really get the chance in my review of last week's episode to really illustrate why I disliked Dorne so much and why I hate Dorne so much. I think I can slow down and I can hit on the nail why I think a lot of people don't like Dorne and why I think I don't like Dorne. Alright, so in the books, the Dornish story is so complicated. The characters are really interesting. A lot of it revolves around Ariane Martell, who is Doran's daughter, and she's not in the show at all. In the books, and this is going to have spoilers, book spoilers, she has seduced one of the Kingsguard members that came down with Marcella, and she is using him in a plot. This is after Oberyn dies. See, the way Dorne works that makes it different from the rest of the Seven Kingdoms, is that when it comes to inheritance, it doesn't matter if you're a male or female. She is heir to Dorne because she's the eldest, even though she has brothers. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. So basically, what the plot is, it involves Marcella. It has nothing to do with killing Marcella. It involves Marcella. The plot is to take Marcella and have her marry Trystane, and they would lay claim to the Iron Throne, because they would say that since Marcella is in Dorne, they go by Dornish law, and they have to respect that. Apparently, it's some ancient thing from back when the Dornish people agreed to be a part of the Seven Kingdoms, because the Dornish weren't conquered by the Targaryens. So back in the day, they had this pact that they made that said Dornish law would always rule in Dorne. So since Marcella was in Dorne, the plot was that they were going to marry Marcella to Trystane and that she would lay claim to the Iron Throne. It's like this whole crazy coup. It actually ends up getting busted, and then it's in one epic fucking scene that involves a bunch of characters, a bunch of really interesting characters, and you really get to see Arya Hope why he's such a badass, which we never got to see in the show. But I don't want to spoil that scene. Like, you gotta read that scene. Pick up A Feast for Crows. I don't want to spoil that. But it ends epically. But they do get busted, and Doran puts Arianne in a tower for days, and he just leaves her there. And then he takes her out of the tower finally, and he comes to talk to her, and he's like, do you really think that I'm just sitting around and letting everybody just bitch slap Martell, the House Martell? No, I'm not doing that. I have a master plan, alright? So he has a fucking plan. That's why we're pissed. He has a plan that's super complicated and super intricate, and it's fucking like crazy and amazing. And it's so okay. So I'm getting a little upset thinking about the show again. Goose fraba. Alright, so his plan basically is about the Targaryen restoration. He wants to marry his son, Quentyn, to Daenerys Targaryen, because it was all set up that she would actually marry Viserys. But that got all fucked up when Viserys got the fucking gold dumped on his head, so the plan became marry Quentyn to Daenerys, and then we'll help her fucking defeat the Lannisters and take over the Seven Kingdoms. Because the Dornish could totally do that, because they're totally fucking badass. They're fucking badass warriors, they're badass fighters. They have a huge army. Come winter, they're gonna be like one of the only people that can actually grow crops and shit like that. So it's a fucking sweet ass fucking deal. So why would Dany say no? Because she's a dumb fucking bitch and she wants to fucking, fucking do her fucking stupid shit in Marine. I have so Dany pisses me off in A Dance with Dragons, but that's not the point. The point is that he has such a complicated, awesome plan, and it doesn't even end there. There's even more to it that's yet to be revealed that we don't even know about. And and then the thing with the Sand Snakes is that the Sand Snakes are not just fucking total fucking bitches that just want to kill every fucking thing. That's not what they do. That's not how you make a strong female character. And I thought HBO understood how to make a strong female character, but maybe they've forgotten. Alright? So, I just want to go over why the whole Ellaria Martell thing is just so dumb in the show. Okay, so let's go all the way back. Oberyn Martell goes to King's Landing to hopefully get revenge for his sister Elia Martell, alright? By killing the Mountain. Alright, he ends up dying in a trial, in a completely lawful trial by combat. Alright, it's completely lawful. So, in order to get revenge for Oberyn's death, Elia Martell and the Sand Snakes murder Oberyn's brother and murder Oberyn's nephew, so effectively eradicating House Martell from the face of the earth. Because the Sand Snakes are fucking bastards. Their last name is Sand. So there's no more Martells, I'm assuming, in the show. Because they cut out Arryn and they cut out Quentin in the show, so there's no more Martells. That's finished. House Martell is fucking gone. So, in order to avenge the death of 2 Martells, they kill the rest of the Martells. That makes a lot of fucking sense, HBO. You know, honestly, we all know. So I'm just gonna say this because we all feel it, and if you're honest with yourself, you feel it. Ever since George R. R. Martin left the show after season 3, as a producer and as a writer, the show has, as far as writing goes, there's so much shitty television drama bullshit that makes no sense whatsoever. It made no sense for Elia Martell to kill Dorne Martell. It made no sense at all. Like, he had nothing to do with Oberyn dying. Like what do you want to do? Like what the fuck do you want? All right? Like, what exactly do you want, Elia Martell? What do you want him to do? What do you want to do? March on King's Landing? Is that what you want? You want to start a war and kill, I don't know, thousands and thousands of people? You were there, Elia Martell. You saw that Oberyn volunteered to do a trial by combat. It was perfectly lawful. There was no fucking betrayal. There was no, like, slick shit, you know? He lost fair and fucking square, you know? He knew that death was something that was a possibility, alright? And you understood that, alright? You dumb fucking stupid bitch. It has nothing to do with Doran. What the fuck did he do? Alright? He has a fucking plan. And it's much better thought out than your plan, you stupid fucking bitch. It's much better thought out than your dumb plan. I just hate her so much because in the books I don't remember Elia Martell being a fucking hateful bitch. This Elia Martell is a fucking evil bitch. Why didn't Marcella have to die? What the fuck did Marcella do? What exactly was that getting revenge for? Why are you killing Marcella? Is that to get revenge for Elia? You care so much about Elia. What about fucking Tristan? What the fuck did Tristan do? He didn't do shit. Alright? You didn't even know Elia. I'm pretty sure Ellaria Sand wasn't even around during the time that Elia Martell was killed, so I don't really get the whole purpose of poisoning Marcella. I don't understand it, and I don't get it. It's stupid. I mean, in the books, Cersei is gonna have a reason to be mad because Marcella's not dead, but she's fucking mutilated. Basically, she's missing an ear. But that's not her fault. That's not the. I mean, that was the fault of Darkstar because he betrayed them and did some weird thing and tried to kill Marcella for some reason that we don't really understand yet. But whatever. The point is, this show is so fucking stupid. They took it from Elia Martell is helping to make Marcella queen to Elia Martell is fucking poisoning Marcella. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's so dumb. It's so stupid. And like, I hope a lot of people are right because a lot of people keep telling me that the reason that they're just killing off Dorne is because they're wrapping up the Dorne storyline and we're not going to see any more of it. I hope that's true. I really, really do because I don't want to see any more of it. I really don't. Like last season, like the fight scene, oh my god, it was so awful. And I was thinking, I'm finally going to get to see Arya Hotah go off. And no. It's like, oh my god, it's like Xena Warrior Princess. And it's just like, oh my god, it's so stupid. It's like so dumb. Oh, you want a good girl, but you need a bad pussy. Oh god, you're so terrible. And you, look, I'm so cute. Look at me, I'm Tien and I'm cute. And I'm overly sexualized. Look at me, I'm so overly sexualized badass chick. You know, TV trope. Look at me. Look at my boobs, whatever, I'm so pretty, I'm so cutesy, but I'll kill you with a knife and poke you in the back with a dart when you're not looking. Kill off one of the most badass characters in all of A Song of Ice and Fire with like a little poison dart in the back. Just prick, ha ha ha, you're dead. You know, fuck how much book readers wanted to see you just be fucking badass and like see you fucking be badass with your axe and everything. Nope, fuck the book readers. You know, it's so sad because if it wasn't for us, the book readers, this show wouldn't have gotten off the fucking ground. It wouldn't have gone anywhere without us, the fucking fans that have been here since the beginning. We made this show popular. If it wasn't for word of mouth, Game of Thrones would have been finished. I mean, it was a good show, but the first season didn't get like amazing fucking ratings. It was because of us, and we kept it going. And you know, and they completely turned their back on us and George R. R. Martin. You know what? Here's a even bigger rant. You know, I wonder how George R. R. Martin feels right now to see this being done to his characters that he's put so much time and effort into creating. To see, because you know, he gave this job to HBO to David and Dan because they assured him. I watched older interviews of him when he's just talking about, you know, how he gave them the job. They assured him that they could tell his story through the medium of television. He rejected offers over and over and over again for A Song of Ice and Fire to be made into a movie series or whatever, because he didn't feel like they could tell this whole story. David and Dan came to him saying, we could tell this story through an HBO series or through a Star series, and we can tell your whole story. And you know, they probably made it probably felt like his dreams were coming true at that time, because he thought, okay, they can tell my story. But no, guess what? They couldn't, and they won't. They lied. Maybe they didn't lie. Maybe they thought they could, but they can't. And we can't argue anymore that it's gone. The Dorne plot is just like most of the stories aren't awful in the show. It's very, very, very good television. It's great television. It's top of the line television. But Dorne is just, it's shameful. It's absolutely shameful, you know? And it's just something that should have never been attempted. I don't even know whose idea that was to alter the characters in such significant ways that I don't get it. It's like hyper. I almost feel like what they're trying to do is that people go on and on about how Game of Thrones has strong female characters, where they're kind of going overboard with it. They're like, okay, now we're just gonna have the female characters literally kill off the male leaders, and they're just gonna take over and form a matriarchal society. Equality of the sexes is what we need. We don't need. Dorne is about, you know, the people, male and females being together, because it doesn't matter if you're male or female. You have to work together. It doesn't fucking matter. That's the whole point. It's not about one killing the other. You know, that's the whole point. And I feel like, look at a character like Brienne if you want a strong female character, or even a character like Sansa if you want a strong female character. Like, look. Honestly, I'm being honest when I say that, because Cersei, like, a lot of people consider her a strong female character. She says in the show that she would have thrown herself out of the highest tower in the Red Keep if it wasn't for her children. What's keeping Sansa from just like fucking offing herself? She's been through so much shit. Like, what kept her from just flinging herself out of that window at Winterfell after she was being, you know, raped every night? After she thinks that, you know, pretty much she, in her mind, everyone, her dad's dead, her mom's dead, Bran's dead for all she knows, Rickon's dead for all she knows, Arya's dead for all she knows, Robb is dead for all she knows. The only person she has is Jon Snow, her half-brother, and they weren't even that close. So everyone she's ever known is dead. Her life is over. She doesn't have a home anymore. She can't go back to Winterfell, you know, but she is surviving and she's pushing through it. That makes her a strong character. That's how you write a strong character. You don't have to turn a character, you don't have to make a character fucking Obara Sand and be like, that's a strong female character. That's not what I consider a strong female character. That's what I consider a fucking caricature. She's a caricature is what she is. And that's what the Sand Snakes are. That's what they made them. They turned interesting characters into caricatures. And that's why we hate Dorne. That's why I hate Dorne. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like for more ideas of Ice and Fire. I hope you can tolerate that rant. Forgive me for my swear words. I get a little overzealous when I talk about this stuff because I am rather passionate about it. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Subscribe and like for more ideas of Ice and Fire.